Census data in. South Dakota legislators are set to detail what our state legislative maps will look like moving forward. Today they met in Pierre to discuss that census data and lay the ground rules for what the next 10 weeks of redistricting will look like. Our Austin Goss has been keeping tabs on those efforts. He joins us now live to talk about that meeting today. Good evening, Austin.
Good evening, Sam. Census data came out earlier this month, much later than it normally does due to COVID. Today, state lawmakers met here in Pierre to discuss what the next steps in the redistricting process are going to look like. The biggest thing that the redistricting committee will attempt to parse over the next few months is what to do with the state's two biggest cities, particularly Sioux Falls.
The Constitution says that things need to be compact, which means dense. That doesn't mean you take a legislative district and walk it forever just so you can get a certain political outcome. And I think when we do the redistricting, we need to respect both the urban and the rural voice.
The state legislators discussed creating a conurbation district around Sioux Falls, which would carve out an area of the region and commit to putting a certain amount of legislative districts in it, but ultimately opted to hold off on doing so due to debate about what area was actually considered Sioux Falls. Lawmakers created subcommittees to deal only with Rapid City, Sioux Falls, and the Native American reservations individually.
What it would help do, so I supported the principle or the idea of a conurbation district because it helps us kind of work on that puzzle within a larger puzzle, right? And Sioux Falls, based on population, we've got some growth there that's it's going to take us a little while to get there.
Lawmakers also agreed to aim to have 25,333 people in each legislative district, or a number within 5% of that. The federal law requires states have districts be within 10% of the breakup of the population. Sioux Falls, and the way it is divided, is set to be a major point of contention over the course of the next several meetings. Already, legislators alone have 5 different proposals for the city on the table. Those who testified Monday have plenty of their own opinions on the subject.
We should have 7 legislative districts, and we have 9. Now with the new census, we should have 8, and they're talking about 10 or 11 districts. Now how they do that is they take the rural vote to manipulate the urban, or they use the urban to influence the rural. And that's not fair to either the rural or the urban voter. I think
the South Dakota Legislative Research Council has created a tab on the homepage of their website that allows South Dakotans to get the latest information related to this. That includes meeting dates and case law also related to redistricting. Live in Pierre, Austin Goss, Dakota News Now.